Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 38 of my Regrowth Let's Play. And today I want to get a boiler set up and build some things that are going to allow us to push tech forward, as well as improve our coal system, which, as you can see, has become rather overloaded at the moment. It is working as fast as it can, but there's just too much stuff right now. So we're going to shut the golem down for a bit. The only way I know to do that is to pick him back up with a shift. Oh, no. We need a new item. That's right. We need a new device that will allow us to actually interact with the golem properly. So let's go get that together. And that item is going to be the Golemancer's Bell from the Thaumonomicon. I totally forgot that they added this thing in. Used to be you would interact with them with your wand, now you need the bell. So this allows you to both mark targets for the golem and to set up and to pick them up out of the world and without them losing all of their upgrades or anything. If you punch them to death, they will die. They will no longer exist. Do not kill your golems accidentally. Alright, so I need a stick, and we need the arcane work table here. Get the wand back into it because we're going to need a bit of ordo. Put the bricks away because I left a mess in here last time. As you can see, the inventory is a mess. That's because I'm midway through finishing the farm transition. There we go. Golemancer's Bell. Now, if I go over with the Golemancer's Bell to my straw golem and give him a right click, it marks him to try to tell him what to do. If I give him a shift left click, it picks him up and causes him to drop his animation core. On the other hand, if I were to simply give him a... Let's bring him over here. Set him down for a moment. Give him the harvest core. If I give him a left click, it picks him up and keeps the animation core harvest locked inside of him. So now he won't be generating more coal essence for us while we wait for the system to kind of catch up with everything. Part of the reason it backed up was somehow the hobbyist steam engine ran out of fuel. So what we're doing is we have completely redesigned the system here to not need as much stuff piped out. It only needs to pipe out the essence of coal now. Essence of coal goes into this hopper, which is feeding into the side of this crafty crate, which is creating the coal. It's got the donut pattern on it. You can see the middle is blocked out. The coal is dropping it straight onto this hopper, which is overstuffed, and that's feeding into here, which is creating blocks of coal and dropping it into the barrel, which if I really want this to be perfect, I need to give that barrel a sticker on top, because stickers are awesome. Hang on a second, let's do this here. Put it just like, you know what, we'll put it just like this. Shift right click, oh. It applied it the way it wanted to. Anyway, we can see that we're now up to 11 stacks of coal. And if I want to help this thing along a bit, I can do some of the crafting manually. But that means clearing out the inventory first. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this kind of maintenance-y stuff that I'm doing because things are falling behind. And now I'm going to go get everything together that I needed to start pushing tech. I'm going to finish replacing all of the dirt in these areas with tilled garden soil. I've upgraded my shovel to be an efficiency 5, unbreaking 3. Same with the axe, with the methods that I've shown before. So yeah, just a little bit of toil in the farms for a little while, and then we'll be back to push into the next tier of tech. See you soon. Alright, I ended up derping around for a lot longer than I planned to. I expanded the tech area some. We're definitely going to turn a lot of this into lab area. I probably put this blast furnace in entirely the wrong place, but I'm going to get my buddy Barlock, who is a patron, to help me out with repositioning things and making things prettier. Here's what I've done with the blast furnace. I thought you guys would be interested in this. We have one of the coal barrels linked into the same B-Space network on top, a hopper here pulling out of that with 4 spaces blocked off by cobblestone, and another hopper pulling out of this hopper with 4 spaces blocked off by cracked sand. This hopper is putting into this coke oven, and this hopper is putting into this coke oven, and then I've got hoppers on the bottom of each coke oven feeding the coal coke blocks into the blast furnace so that I can use the blast furnace to make steel. My experiments from way back in the day told me that I needed 2 coke ovens to keep up with 1 blast furnace. That may have changed drastically because this is years old information from 1.3 or 1.2 or maybe it was 1.4. I don't know. It was forever ago and everything has changed since then. So you don't necessarily need this much of a setup, but it looked cool. So I put it together and I kind of like the way it's working. We're going to make something to void all of the creosote that's being created by this, or maybe store it. Maybe we'll store it. We shall see. But we've got all of this creosote oil that's going to be created by those two, and it's just going to be too much. Now, over here I've got a water pit with a pump, and we're going to put our boiler together on top of that. And we're going to be making a high pressure boiler now. Now, this is the solid fueled firebox that I'm using because I wanted to make use of the excess coal production that I'm going to have. And I'm hoping that once I put my little golem dude back there, the boiler will, the coal production that I have will be able to fuel not only this beast, but the mana and this guy, and I'll be able to run like a lot of my base just on coal. I'm gonna need another hopper for that guy. Do I even have any more hoppers, or do I need to make more? Oh, there's 5 right here. So as many of you have commented, I seem to have a fascination with the vanilla hopper. Well, it just works, and it works well, so why wouldn't I use it? It does what I need it to do most of the time. Handles these situations just fine. You know what? I kind of want to not have a bunch of waste stone, or waste coal in there, so we're going to grab 4 more cobblestone. We only need 1 space for that hopper open for it to grab blocks of coal and put those blocks of coal into the boiler. Which I don't even know if there is space in the boiler until, yeah, this is not even a thing in inventory yet. So for the boiler, if we want to make the high pressure plates, we need to turn our steel ingots into steel plates, and then it takes 2 steel plates per high pressure boiler tank. So we've got enough now to just make a simple 1x3x3, which is the shortest. Oh, can I not even do that? Is that not an option anymore? I used to be able to freeform these a little bit better. 1x1x1, 2x2x2, 2x3x2. All right, so we're gonna have to cut this down a bit. That's okay. We will build up to a max size boiler over time, which is going to end up wasting a lot of fuel, and I'm sure some people will yell at me for that, but that's okay. I don't mind. Go right ahead, folks. Come on, pick up that last bit. Server is being a little bit janky today. I can only imagine someone built something terribly wrong. All right, there we go. Boiler complete. Coal getting, blocks of coal getting inputted and burning. Water, temperature rising, water being supplied by the pump underneath. Should be in good shape there. Excellent. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our steam engines, both the commercial steam engines and the hobbyist steam engines that we have, and we're going to use these to power our rolling machine. And I'm not entirely certain what I did with the rolling machine, but I'm sure it'll turn up eventually. It's probably over here in one of these, in this temporary chest I still have for the move. Yep, there it is. As well as some wooden kinesis pipes. That's useful. The cobblestone kinesis pipes, on the other hand, no longer going to be useful to us. Let's get our commercial steam engines down and put down the wooden kinesis pipes right next to them. And then we will turn those engines using our wrench. Whack. And whack. Now, I believe that the boiler, once it begins producing steam, will automatically output steam into any attached engines, so those will do just fine. And if I want them to have a redstone signal, I don't think a redstone signal interacts with the boiler in any way. Let's find out. Let's take a look. Temperature still seems to be rising, water still seems to be being inputted. Yeah, we're fine. That doesn't do anything. Those are just supplying their signal into the commercial steam engines. And now we're going to need some slightly better kinesis pipes. So, grab our Buildcraft bag out. And I've got some quartz pipes here. They'll do the trick just nicely. And put one there, one here, and one here. And then we'll attach the rolling machine. And now once power starts flowing, we'll be able to turn the rest of these steel ingots. And I'm just going to make a whole bunch of steel plates because I know that I'm going to be needing them over time. Oh my. Is it attempting to automatically rebalance? It's doing something, that's for certain. There we go. It did automatically rebalance. It just took its time doing it. And now it's just a matter of waiting for this to get up to the 100 degrees C it needs to be able to start outputting. Now, every single high-pressure boiler tank can produce 20 millibuckets of steam per tick. The commercial steam engine, if I take a look at steam engines, each of these can use, nope, that's industrial, can use 20 millibuckets of steam per tick. We've got 8 boiler blocks producing steam, and we're only using 2 boiler blocks worth of steam. We're going to correct this by building some industrial steam engines, which can use 40 millibuckets of steam per tick. So each and every single one of them can use 2 blocks worth of steam. As the largest boiler is 3x4x3, that is 36 total high-pressure boiler tanks, meaning we're going to need 18 total industrial steam engines. And with 18 steam engines at 80 RF per tick each, we are going to be producing 1,440 total RF per tick, which our coal farm should be able to easily keep up with. Alright, so I'm going to click off for a bit and let that heat up. We're going to add the hobbyist's steam engine to the mix as well. Hang on. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put one... We're going to need some more kinesis pipes. Anyway, you've seen me set these up before, so I'm going to go get these set up on my own time. And we're going to compress some more steel, and when we have some more stuff to show off, I shall return. Alrighty, now that we all have all the pieces we need built, 28 more high-pressure boiler tanks and 5 more solid fuel boiler boxes for this guy. Oh, you know what? I need to get him heating up again. The heat up process is the worst part of this, which is why we're going to be working on something to make the heat up process go a lot smoother for the largest size boiler, because getting the largest size boiler heated up will use a ton of charcoal blocks. And we want to avoid that if at all possible. So what we're going to do, first off, we're going to recycle these commercial steam engines, because I can toss these into the blast furnace and they will turn into steel ingots over time. 12 a piece. And we're going to get those blocks of iron into this hopper here, because once the blast furnace is emptied out, that hopper will happily feed the iron blocks into the top slot, because these are at least somewhat not as picky about the sides that you can put everything in. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what the proper word for that is. Anyway, we're going to need 12 redstone dust, because the next step is to get some better engines and the rock crusher made. And the rock crusher, first thing we're going to need is a whole bunch of pistons. Oh, I don't need redstone for that. Wrong. How about levers? Yeah, okay, well, we're running low on levers, so we're just going to go ahead and make a new stack of them to start doing this. There we go. Grab more cobblestone. It's so hard to remember the custom recipes in every single pack, you know? I actually only need 12 pistons, but thank you. And then the rock crusher is actually made with a block of steel in the center, surrounded by 4 diamonds and 4 pistons. We only have 2 blocks of steel at the moment. We're going to have to wait for this to finish processing before we can get the 3rd. So, while we're waiting for that, we can work on another project. Those engines that I was talking about. There we go. As you can see, this gets you 4 of the rock crusher blocks, but this is a multi-block consuming a 3x2x2 area. We are going to need 12 of them in total. So the new engine that we're going to be making is the industrial steam engine, which we've shown you before. And this requires... Oh, hang on. Oh, there it is. This requires steel plates, redstone, piston, and steel gear. And we're going to need 18 of these, actually. So let's go ahead and get 6 more of the redstone dust. There we go. Now I've got plenty of iron, I've got plenty of levers. I need more cobblestone to make this happen. Bam. So let's get our pistons built. We need 18 total. Wow. Short on planks, of all things. Just so many resources go into this, but it's going to be worth it in the end because we're going to have a ton of power output and a lot of cool things that we can do with it. There we go. That's like 18 pistons. Now, the steel gears require tin gear bushings, which are made with just 4 tin ingots equals 2 bushings each. Because we're going to need a total of 36 gears, this means that we're going to need 18 craftings of the tin bushings, which is going to be 72 tin. So let's grab a stack of tin, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. I really love these compacting drawers. They might be my favorite thing in this game so far. So, tin gear bushings. There we go, 36 of those. Unfortunately, the next step needs steel ingots, which I thought it only required the steel plates. I don't know if there's a way to go from plate back to ingot. Let's find out, because getting a couple of these made would probably be helpful. There is not. And I am entirely 100% completely out of steel, and we're waiting for the blast furnace. Alright, so I guess I am back to waiting. I need to give this blast furnace time to process and get everything going for me. Okay, well, let's change tracks while we wait for the blast furnace to do its thing. One, maybe I should actually take a look at the quest book, which I haven't done in a while. 6 quests with unclaimed rewards. Yep, you can tell that I got on a kick and forgot to hand anything in. What the world embraces. We have finished the Are You Avoiding Me quest. Would give us a void upgrade and 8 storage upgrades. I wish I had remembered to hand that in. It would have made things easier when I was crafting the extra barrels. Oh well, those can go in there for now. Next on the list, what do we have? We have the life of the world, how the world changes, the way the world feels has 5 quests with unclaimed rewards because I just went building in Thaumcraft without grabbing anything. We have breakdown completed. The way the crucible breaks down items into aspects is giving you an idea. This will give us 8 essentia tubes and 16 warded jars. That's nice. That was for building our alchemy goodies. Just put those away first thing. We have Ignitor. Gives us 10 more Nitor. That'll be helpful. Right, and we can use the Nitor to heat the crucible. I forgot about that, which is kind of cool. It emits light and will not burn anything. And we'll keep those around because they're very useful and will be used extensively for more golem cores. We've created the greater capacity wand, which gives us 2 more uncommon treasures, and most significantly, 2 random aura nodes that we can place down into the world. We'll handle those probably in another episode, but I'm pretty excited about those. And let's see what the uncommon treasures give us. Click to trade. Ooh, Ring of Protection. That's exciting, as well as 12 gold coins. And then we get 2 emeralds, 16 gold coins, and a pair of golden boots. Alright, well, let's put our coins away. This Ring of Protection, that's tempting. My ring slots are currently consumed by Botania stuff. I'm not sure if I can keep the Greater Band of Mana in my inventory and have it charge off of the Aura Band. But the Ring of Protection gives me Runic Shielding, which is basically a type of Thaumcraft magic armor. Anyway, we'll cover that in greater detail when we start building some of the cool Thaumcraft special stuff. Right now, we're just going to hang on to it and make use of it in a later episode. And is that everything? Was that all of the quests? Oh, no, we still have a Sight for Sore Eyes, giving us 4 common treasures. That was for crafting the goggles of revealing. Your arms have a tendency to get a little tired when you're running around trying to find nodes. As such, why not strap a pair of thermometers over your eyes so you don't have to hold them anymore? Furthermore, the attunement of these goggles to V allows you to be more precise and use a little bit less V when crafting using V from a wand, both in-world and in the arcane work table. Grab that. 4 common treasures contains coins, ooh, coins and 2 mundane rings. We're running out of room in the Thaumcraft storage space. We will need to upgrade this in the future. For now, it can share some room with Botania gear. And coins. That's okay. Lots of gold coins. That's kind of nice. Can I stack these or something like that? Oh, they can be turned into gold rings, into gold chain links from garden stuff. These are they fill in for gold nuggets. Okay, that's cute. Can I make them out of gold nuggets? No, they're just they basically just are gold nuggets. I wonder, can I put them directly into the compacting chest? Yes, I can. I can absolutely just put the gold coins into the compacting drawer, and they will be converted into gold ingots and blocks. That's actually fantastic. I like that a lot. And last on the list is the Magical Comforts quest. For crafting the Thaumaturgus robes, we get 3 uncommon treasures, which we will open now. Ooh. More coins, and a iron sword, and more coins, iron leggings, and a potion of swiftness. That's cute. Actually, a couple of potions. Hang on, let's deposit our coins into the gold bank. I'm not sure if we'll make use of these potions at any point, but we'll stow them for the time being. Oh, a potion of speed and a potion of speed 2. And the gear we will tuck away for the time being. What we're going to be doing with the gear, let me show you real quick actually, with this iron chest plate. I clank it onto the blacksmith anvil here, and I whack it a bunch with the hammer to repair it with experience. You can see my experience bar slowly dropping as I do this. And when I get the big explosion at the end, it'll mean that the item is fully repaired. And then with a fully repaired item, I can take it and dump it into the smeltery to recycle it. So now if I watch the watch the controller here, you'll see that the heat bar on this is rising. It will turn back into 8 iron ingots worth of molten metal for me, and the system will dump it into the ingot casters. Now, I've tried everything I can think of to get this thing to trigger 2 seared faucets at the same time, and no amount of work with redstone has made it happen so far. All of the molten metals are coming into this chest. I've got this thing set on a 5-second reboot, and this thing shuts the torch off for a few ticks every 5 seconds, just so that these will refresh and keep getting a new signal. It's worked out pretty well, but yeah. All right, there's the 12 steel that we needed to get at least a little bit started. You know what? We're just going to go ahead. First thing first, we're going to make 1 industrial steam engine using 2 of these gears. And now we can shift click it into place just like this. And as it says, this uses 40 millibuckets of steam and produces 80 RF per tick. And I wanted to show you how we're making use of these. So each one of these is going to come straight off of the boiler on its own emerald fluid pipe. You do need the emerald fluid pipes there to get the steam out of the boiler. It will not input directly into the engines. An emerald fluid pipe, if I take a look in my Buildcraft bag, is exactly 40 millibuckets a tick extraction rate, so it will support 1 industrial steam engine each. Now, on the other side of that engine, we're going to be using wooden kinesis pipes, which can handle an input of up to 320 RF per tick, which is 4 times what 1 industrial steam engine can do. Wooden kinesis pipes are super cheap, especially when I have an infinite source of redstone, so we're not going to bother trying to efficiently use these. We're just going to use 1 wooden kinesis pipe per industrial steam engine. And then I'm going to be using diamond kinesis pipes to transfer the power around, because I have an infinite source of diamonds. and that makes them really cheap. I mean, I can make 8 diamond pipes with 2 diamonds, so I can make 24 diamond pipes out of 1 harvest of my little 3x4 diamond essence area over there, then combine them with redstone, and it gets me a kinesis pipe that can transport something like 7 or 8 times the maximum power that this one boiler can output. In fact, if I do the math here, since these engines can output 80 RF per tick, and these pipes can transport 10,240 RF per tick, one of these can support 128 industrial steam engines worth of power, which, when I divide that by the 18 that the boilers can produce, I mean, each boiler can support 18 industrial steam engines. That gets us a little better than 7 boilers can be supported on diamond kinesis pipes. So I could build 6 more full-size boilers after this without overloading my diamond pipes. That's one really nice change from what I remember as old Buildcraft, where it was entirely possible and actually fairly easy to overload your kinesis pipes and attempt to send too much power through them, even if you were using the best pipe. That is not an issue in this version. Alright, so there we go. Oh, I need my wrench, which I do have in my inventory. Fantastic. Whack. There we are. And this is going to start producing power, which it's not going anywhere yet, but now we're going to give it a place to go. And you'll notice that I've had to supply redstone signals to all 4 of these spots. Well, the reason we're going to give it a new place to go is in part to change that. So let me put some stuff into the parts chest. We'll come back for these later when we're making more use of them. What we're going to build right now is the assembly table from Buildcraft. This is from BC Silicon, and it uses diamond gear, a mana diamond, ooh, interesting, and redstone, as well as a bunch of obsidian. So the diamond gear is going to be the frustrating, annoying part. Gonna need 4 of you, 4 of you, 4 of you. And do I have any stone gears? I do. All right. So to make the diamond gear requires us to, create a gold gear, which requires an iron gear, which requires a stone gear. You can also use the iron gear from Railcraft, which is a tin gear bushing inside of 4 iron. If you decide you want to just make it out of pure metal, that is an option. So first we create you, then we create you, and then we create the diamond gear. Let's go grab, ooh, achievement get, shiny. Nice. We're out of coal again, hang on. The reason I'm building the assembly table is so that I can re-automate this and not have to do this manually anymore. You'll note that I continue to make small adjustments to the system. I'm hoping that the barrel up there will help it survive the initial influx that's going to happen when I put a new straw golem down. Alright, you should be getting... You've got plenty of coal. I'm not too worried about it. Let's make sure that these guys didn't bug out on me again. Okay, they did not. Good. If the bottom hopper runs out of coal, then then it will draw all of the cobblestone from the top, which is not what you want. It's really, really not. All right, where were we? We were finishing up the assembly table. We just need some obsidian. Actually, I'm just going to grab a bunch. Ooh, do I not have any obsidian handy? Ah, it's right here. There we go. Just going to grab a stack of obsidian because I know I'm going to be using more of it. So, assembly table, get. Fantastic. Time for some logic, as it says. All right. And we're going to move you. Let's see. We want to have diamond kinesis pipes right like this. And if I remember right, this no longer causes the troubles that it used to. And then we want to go, that's the pipe, that's one in front of the pipe. Right there will do. Yep, okay. So, the assembly table does not accept power directly. You have to supply it power by laser. Alright, we're fine. We got plenty of time. So, to create the lasers from BC Silicon, again, it uses obsidian, mana diamonds, mana lens damaging. Well, that's... Alright, we got some unexpected stuff coming in. It uses wrath runes. Phoenix Lodge! Alright, let's Let's take care of this. That was not what I expected. Even I can still get surprised by the changes. Alright, so I'm going to need a lot of mana lenses. That's going to be an issue for me, actually. I'm going to need a lot of these Rune of Wrath. It's going to be another issue. But we've got 2 right now, which we can make use of. So let's go get those created. And then there's going to be a lot of crafting these off camera, I think. Especially since they don't stack. And the fact that they don't stack is going to be the most annoying part about creating these lenses. I am out of mana diamonds. Of course I am. Life would be too easy if I had all of the materials I needed. There we go. Whee! I'm having fun jumping over things. Alright, so we've got our obsidian, our lens, and our 3 redstone. Laser. Laser. Now, each of these lasers requires 4 megajoules per tick. That's MJ. That's the old BC power. The steam engine produces 80 RF per tick. The transition from MJ to RF is times 10. So these use 40 RF each, which means that this one steam engine can keep them moving at these 2 moving at full speed. As you can see, we are just about reaching capacity on what the engine and the pipes can manage. Now, the assembly table is interesting. It makes chipsets. And the basic chipset that you always want to make is the redstone chipset. We're going to want a pile of those, so I'm just going to start those crafting to keep the power moving and show you how it all works. When you put materials inside, it shows you the options. There are options for redstone, for iron, for diamond, for gold. There are also pulsating chipsets using ender pearls, quartz chipsets using nether quartz, the comparator chipset, and the emerald chipset. We're going to select the redstone chipsets just to get have it start working. There we go. And now those guys are drawing off power. And you can see, oh, it doesn't actually show me. Here we go. It is now drawing 9 RF per tick. Oh my. You know what? Let's just let that calm down before anything. I don't know if explosions are enabled, but I was told that these still required, or at least the information I could find said that these still required 40, not 4 or 5 each. So I might need a lot more lasers than I thought I did, which is gonna be a problem. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna take its time and do its thing. And you are almost done. As soon as that finishes, we can make the rock crusher. I'm going to go spend some time making some more runes, and I'm going to let all of this power drain off into these lasers, making me some chipsets. And when we come back, we will be able to continue down the tech path and make some cool new things, which is going to be great. Unfortunately, that's going to have to wait for next episode. So, thank you very much for joining me, folks. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave me a thumbs up and tell me what you liked. If you have not, please leave me a thumbs down and tell me what I can do better. Ooh, you know what? I never recompleted this when I was doing my redstone, my HQM edit. So we're going to do that real quick. Because I've done... There we go. I have definitely crafted these before everything. Full steam ahead, solid fuel, low pressure boiler tank, we definitely did that. And under pressure, we have not completed the liquid fueled firebox. Blasting off again, blast furnace bricks, we definitely did those. So yes, we definitely missed parts of the BC stuff. Cobblestone kinesis pipe, I remember completing that. I'm a firing my laser. We haven't created any gates yet. Okay, so now we're all caught up to where we're supposed to be. And those materials, again, will be saved and used. A little bit of steel, a little bit of titanium, a little bit of coal coke, a little bit of golden fluid pipe. No real excitement there. All right, let's get rid of this again. There, we have finally finished catching up from the Great Quest reset of 0.7. The Great Quest reset of whatever version next causes a quest reset will likely be even more annoying. Huh, apparently these are not pulling off energy the way I want them to. I might need to design something a little bit different for the energy input, but that's another time. Either way, if you leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you'll be interacting and saying you want to continue seeing my videos in your subscription box. I'll see you next time.